Now, this definitely is categorized as this is why you lost the election. But key to this is really a issue that, I can't put it any other way of you doth protest far too much in the regard of political violence. This idea that you are facing a bunch of people who want to do physical violence to you when they're wont to do physical violence. They quite specifically see things from the median voter, moderate voter way of viewing it as, well, the end of politics is when you start just committing violence in the streets. And unfortunately, that's braggadocio for your side. You all brag about how you are going to get into protests and commit violence. You brag about it. There's almost nothing more palpably characteristic of Democratic Party protests than youth violence. And for decades. It calmed down really around during the Clinton administration. But this is another strange one, too. This idea of you're facing something authoritarian. Who said you can't love your country and hate your government? Tick, tick, tick. Bill Clinton said this. How would you know how this has an effect on culture? Anyone who's aware of the band The Sons of Liberty, TSOL, is what usually punk rockers call them, on their shirts, that quote is emblazoned to this day in remembrance or paraphrase of that quote because of the fact that it says on their shirts, love your country, hate your government. So a lot of people don't really understand the context that Democrats became kind of the cool guys. This has been relatively recent. This is within my lifetime. They kind of stopped being sort of odd and fractured and decided that they were going to be on the hip side of new political issues, mostly in the 2000s, with heavily siding with feminists. And that then becomes this idea that they're just doing the educated thing. I mean, what, aren't you educated? Don't you know that women can do this too? You know, and to which most people, this would not have, there never really was some anti-woman argument that was normal in America by the time you even get to the mid to late 90s. This is like a thing that comes up on sitcoms, you know, that ooh, hot take, women could be accountants, 1996, it was like, and even then we were like, hot take, sure, right. And that's why sitcoms weren't that cool during the 90s. That's not what we did. We were smoking blunts and listening to LL Cool J's latest drop, baby. It sounds cornball and stupid and old, and yes, it was, and it was a blast because TV was totally lame. We would fuck around until David Letterman came on, because David Letterman was the new funny guy. He was funnier. He was funnier than the old guys. But so I was just thinking about how there's no context of, you have this one event that now the present congressional record, they're like, okay, what we have of of January 6th is a really, really bad record of this because of all this stuff in it that it turns out was completely incorrect. And then a lot of evidence that fundamentally has vanished. So you kind of are telling a little about on yourselves with this stuff, honestly. Yeah, I'll keep it there for now.